Hi, I'm Erin Burke, and I'm the Communications and Events Officer at the Scottish Civic Trust. And I'm here today with Jane Forbes from the East Neuk of Fife Preservation Society for our video series on local heritage and civic groups in Scotland. Thanks for joining me, Jane.
Oh, nice to chat.
So to start us off, could you please give some background on your group and how it came to be?
Sure. So it's the East Neuk of Fife Preservation Society, and there are various preservation societies, obviously, throughout the country. We celebrated our Diamond Jubilee last year, so that was amazing for us. So it started over 60 years ago, at a time when a lot of the very, very old, precious buildings in the East Neuk were falling into deterioration. And I think local people obviously took this really seriously and thought it was very important to conserve some of these fascinating historical buildings in the area. And they started the Preservation Society then. So it obviously attracted some bigwigs at the time and local people, very, very mixed group. So we're now 60, maybe 61 years old and still going very strong. We've had about 6 new members since our AGM in May. So I think we're kind of proud that we're still going strong.
Mm-hmm. So what work or projects does your group do currently?
So we have we represent 8 areas in East Neuk. So we've got representatives from all these areas. And every week we look at the Planning Commission officer sends us information about any planning that's proposed for the area. And we're really just concerned with conservation areas. So obviously there's new build going on all the time. And so the reps kind of keep an eye on any dodgy proposals going forward. And obviously other organisations are doing the same thing. I mean, it's Fife Council's planning officer, that's their responsibility, but we take a kind of active interest in that. And we meet 4 or 5 times a year as a committee. And we've got a planning officer who's great, and he on our behalf will put forward these new our concerns, if there's something going forward that we're really concerned about. So we've kind of got that side to us, and we are also a social group. So we organise outings and events, socials, that kind of thing. And we have speakers, and so we're kind of double pronged, you could say.
Amazing. So it sounds like there's a lot of exciting stuff on the go. Do you have any plans for the future?
Sure. So we're currently there's an area in Pittenweem called the Priory site. It's an ancient medieval site. The monks originally came from the Isle of May. They were based in the Isle of May, and Pittenweem was there. And the Priory in Pittenweem was their administrative centre. So it goes back to 11 something, 12 something. And Pittenweem kind of lacks interpretative signs about these ancient buildings. And so we're currently involved in raising money for interpretative signs. We've had the advice of Historic Environment Scotland. We've had an expert coming in and kind of helping us to work out interpretive panels. So it's been quite exciting. So we're at that stage at the moment. We're also hoping that, well, to support other things. So for example, Ely, I think, are hoping to refurbish their very old fountain in their town, in their little village. So we're lending our support to that. And there's an initiative in Largo to do with creating and refurbishing their ancient pier. So again, we're lending our support to that. So other people are coming to us with other ideas. So obviously we're limited in time and cash, but we're lend our support where we can.
That all sounds great. So how can people get involved and support you if they're interested?
Well, we've just got a refurbished website, which is, I'm going to make sure I've got it right, eastneukpreservationsociety.co.uk. And obviously we've got to keep that really updated. We have either you can become an annual member or a life member of the organization. People are very welcome to look at the website and get my details. I'm the honorary secretary, and obviously we've got a team. People could become members. People can come along to social events that are advertised. So our next trip is going to be to Sandford House, which is over in Newport-on-Tay. Yep, we had a lovely Christmas party. We've got a summer event coming up. We've just had another trip elsewhere to Drumeldry. So I think probably keep an eye on the website. Is the main way of keeping up to date with what's happening.
Okay.
And as I say, we're a growing organization and welcome anybody.
Wonderful. All right. Thanks for your time today, Jane. It was lovely to talk with you. Viewers can learn more about civic and heritage groups in Scotland and how we support them by accessing our YouTube channel at Scott Civic Trust and also visiting our website at www.scottishcivictrust.org.uk.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.